All right, welcome to the second review of the evening. Up this time is Warhammer 40,000 Speed Freaks. Adrenaline-fueled combat racing in the brutal Warhammer 40k universe. Drive ferocious vehicles equipped with powerful weapons and abilities in a full-throttle battle to the death. Speed Freaks is a fresh, quirky take on vehicle combat that you've never seen before. WAG, or WOG, or however you pronounce that. Like,
It's like war with a British accent and really drawn out.
I know there's a particular way of pronouncing it, but I can't be arsed to go into the deep lore over a Warhammer 40k racing game.
Just remember, the orcs are football hooligans in green face paint.
Right. Anyway, so this game was assigned to Petty for review, so over to him for the details.
All right, well, I guess the biggest thing with this is you can see that we are using trailer footage today. This uses the bastard us in the streaming community know as anti-cheat, which totally screws with OBS. I don't remember my workaround for it, and I wasn't interested enough in this game to really try and figure it out live on stream, especially because it made me accidentally close it out of OBS once already. So there is that to start with. As far as the game goes, I was kind of expecting Twisted Metal, and instead I got very, very awful driving controls. And that's you instead of gas and steering with an analog stick like you would think in a driving game, both gas and steering are tied to the left stick. So if you want, you have to turn with the left stick, then go forward with the left stick. It's weird and I hate it. I get it's something orcs would do because, orcs aren't exactly smart and their whole thing is they are very, very, very dumb. But
And also their shit works because they believe it will.
Yeah. And that's funny and all from lore. You shouldn't give your game shitty controls just to make it quote unquote lore accurate.
I think I found Daka Squadron to be kind of awkward to control too.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the orc's whole shtick. And it's funny from an outside observer thing, but if you're actually trying to play, it sucks. This is a online game for the most part. There is a single player tutorial mode for the two main modes, which is one of them is a kind of King of the Hill mode in a sense, where you and your team race out to a point and then do a few laps around the point, killing enemy racers, and then drive to another point and do that. And then there is another mode where there is a giant robot tank that each team has, and there is a bomb that randomly spawns out in the field. You need to bring the bomb to the other team's tank and detonate it. And honestly, if we had better driving controls, this could be a lot more fun. But the thing that I just hate the most is just trying to drive in this game. And for a racing game, that's not good. For the most part, it has battle pass style content, so if you do well in races, you get more cosmetics and stuff like that. I believe Adam was telling me this was, I believe, free to play at one point.
Back when it was being published by PlayOn, it was a free-to-play.
And now it is a paid-for product, and I believe they took out the microtransactions.
Yep.
So there is that at least. But yeah, there are several different vehicle types ranging from a sleek racer with low armor and okay guns to a heavy tank with heavy armor and high power guns. Like, it's supposed to be like different, like what you want to do, like class basing basically. Like, do you want to go in fast and try and make sure you get to the point and get a few checkpoints in before the big guys come in and blow you up? Or do you just want to kind of just start lobbing artillery fire from the rear while your fast guys are going in? It's meant to be played with a team. Like, I don't know how well you could coordinate this with just randos, because I'm not much into multiplayer. But yeah, like, I didn't, other than the problems I have with the anti-cheat, I didn't have any other game-breaking issues other than I'm not a fan of the control style. So, like, if you find you like the controls more than I did, you'll probably get more out of this, and also if you have your own friend group to play with. Because when I was on there was only 2 servers with, like, maybe 6 people between both of them. So there is that, because there's no single player campaign, just tutorial bot matches. So if you're looking for any sort of like 40k lore here, there isn't. It's just orcs running around a field blowing each other up. But yeah, anything else?
No, not from my end.
Not really. This trailer footage seems very cinematic, so
Yeah,
I'm
it
sure
is.
it doesn't really convey the gameplay experience very well.
Like, if it played, for my personal opinion, if it played a little more like Twisted Metal, this could be a lot more fun. But because it's using that weird kind of, it wants to be an FPS while you're driving a car type controls, it really misses the mark. At least
Also,
for
we
me
do have a
personally.
game that plays like Twisted Metal. It's called Twisted Metal.
I was just about to say, yeah. I mean, granted, they haven't had a game in, 5 years?
Okay, fair.
But yeah, like, obviously, if you have access to Twisted Metal Black, please go play Twisted Metal Black. But yeah, what are we looking at price-wise?
$20.
Ugh. Especially because you're gonna need to bring your own friends for the most part. Yeah. And unless your friend group is willing to get into this and drop the $20, probably a hard sell. Let me look and see if Twisted Metal made its way to PS5 yet. Live research. Yes, Twisted Metal Black is available to play on the PS5 for $10. Seriously, if you have a PlayStation, go play Twisted Metal Black instead of this. But yeah, I think that's it from me. Unless you guys have any other questions or comments, I think we're good with this one.
All right, then. So that'll about do it for Warhammer 40k Speed Freaks. Be sure to tune in after the break as Galax gives his impressions on X Zodiac.